Good morning and welcome to Title Talk. I'm Karen Hamstra. It's Monday, May 6th, and it's spring. And I would like to mention again that the new Book Page magazine for the month of May is available to you at no charge from Marion Public Library. Just walk in the front door of the library and walk straight ahead, and you'll bump right into them. I have several audiobooks I'd like to start off with today. Most of them I'm just going to show you the titles because we've already talked about the books. We have Dean Koontz's new book, Watchers. And we have two Janets. Janet Evanovich, her new book is called The Big Kahuna. I know a lot of people have been waiting on that. And then, well, this isn't a Janet, this is a J.A., and she's a Judy, not a Janet. Excuse me, J.A. The A List is her new book, and this is one of her Allie Reynolds books. She has 3 different series going. Half of What You Hear by Kristen Cusick Lewis. This is a Southern novel. It takes place in Gray Hill, Virginia, about old Southern families. The new Clive Cussler book, The Gray Ghost. Steve Berry's new book, The Malta Exchange, also on audiobook. And this is a book that I am reading right now called The Lost Roses. It is by Martha Hall Kelly. She is the author of The Lilac Girls. These are historical fiction novels. They're based on at least one true character, an old New York family. And this one takes place during World War I, and it alternates scenes between Russia and the United States. Talks about 2 women who were very close friends, and one lived in Russia and one lived in New York. And the one in Russia got caught there during the revolution. I'm still in the middle of it, so I can't give you a clue how it's going to turn out. Then we have David Baldacci's Redemption. He's always popular. And Catherine Coulter's The Last Second is also available on audio. And there are a few more too, but don't want to drag out every single thing we have. We also have some new books. This book was just recommended to me over the weekend by my cousin Diane. Heads up to you. It is by Kim Michelle Richardson. It has a lot of good recommendations. Sarah Gruen, Ron Rash, Jocelyn Jackson, Karen Abbott, Alexander Chee. It's the folks of Troublesome Creek have to scrap for everything except books, that is. Thanks to Roosevelt's Kentucky Packhorse Library Project, Troublesome's got its very own traveling librarian, Cussie Mae Carter. Cussie's not only a bookwoman, however, she's also the last of her kind, her skin a shade of blue, unlike most anyone else. Not everyone is keen on Cussie's family or the government's new book program, and along her treacherous route, Cussie faces doubters at every turn. If Cussie wants to bring the joy of books to the complex and hardscrabble Kentuckians, she's going to have to confront dangers and prejudice as old as the Appalachians and suspicion as deep as the holler. The book got really good reviews, The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek. And another book that's gotten a lot of great reviews is The 7 or 8 Deaths of Stella Fortuna. It's a novel by Juliet Grames, and no particular genre, just a novel. It is recommended by Lisa C., Jessica Shattuck, Adriana Trigiani. It's an Italian story, a sweeping family saga that follows 100 years of family secrets from Italy to America. And it says, for Stella Fortuna, death has always been part of life. So I think you would probably enjoy this book based on what I've read of it. There's also a new one called The Guest Book, a novel. Let's see who recommends it. Paula McLean, she's hot right now. Again, Jessica Shattuck, Nancy Horan, Susanna Moore. A Lifetime of Secrets, A History Untold. No, it's a simple word uttered on a summer porch in 1936, and it will haunt Kitty Milton for the rest of her life. Kitty and her husband Ogden are both from families considered to be the backbone of the country. But this refusal, the word no, will come to be Kitty's defining moment and its consequences will ripple through the Milton family for generations. For while they summer on their island in Maine, anchored as they are to the way things have always been, the winds of change are beginning to stir. So, another historical fiction book, The Guest Book. And here's one that's gotten a lot of great reviews, and a lot of people have been waiting on this. The Bride Test by Helen Hoang. This is about an arranged marriage. It's between an autistic man whose mother is searching desperately for a bride for him, and she's driven to desperation, so she takes matters into her own hands and returns to Vietnam to find him the perfect mail order bride. And the one he finds is a mixed race girl living in the slums of Ho Chi Minh City, Esme Tron, and she has always felt out of place. When the opportunity to marry an American arises, she leaps at it, thinking that it could be the break her family needs. Seducing Kai, he's the young man in question, however, doesn't go as planned. Esme's lessons in love seem to be working, but only on herself. She's hopelessly smitten with a man who believes he can never return her affection. Esme must convince Kai that there is more than one way to love, and Kai must figure out the inner workings of his heart before Esme goes home and is an ocean away. It received really good reviews in all the library magazines. And the last book I wanted to show you today is by Tad Williams, Empire of Grass. This is a new fantasy novel. It says The Kingdoms. This is book 2 of The Last King of Osten Ard. The kingdoms of Osten Ard have been at peace for decades, but now the threat of a new war grows to nightmarish proportions. Simon and Miriamel, royal husband and wife, face danger from every side. Their allies in Hernistur have made a pact with the dreadful Queen of Norns to allow her armies to cross into mortal lands. The ancient powerful nation of Naban is on the verge of bloody civil war, and the fierce nomads of the thriving grasslands have begun to mobilize. So, it's a fantasy, sounds like it's kind of a war story. So hopefully this will give you some ideas for new titles or authors that you think you might enjoy. There are numerous other titles that are coming out too. We've got some good nonfiction books. There's one about resistors in Germany during World War II, which is a topic you don't read a whole lot about. And just great things are coming. So please come down to the library and check out some new books. See you next week.